and went dry. Yeah, I think we should be good on this with her, man. There ain't no signal. We gonna try it. If it die out on this one, then
It's exclusive though, man. I don't know why. This was been exclusive though for this one.
ain't nothing exclusive. Nothing exclusive. Yeah, in private. Not when I done started it up, because I'm gonna have to finish that. That's incomplete. That's one thing if it don't work when I start. It's another thing if it's been sampled. That's just not fair. That's unjust. I have to finish that off. I mean, I have to do it later. I don't want to do it later. I want to finish it now. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs 12 and 14. A man shall be satisfied. I'm at 13. The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble. A man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hands shall be rendered unto him. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise, and a fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covers shame. Notice what he said, a fool's way is right in his eyesight. But notice what he said, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. That's what a lot of people problem is. You don't listen to nobody, you feel like your way's right, and the man just said you's a fool. You know what I'm saying? And you know what he say what happened to fools? Nothing good. But let's look at this here, right? He said the wicked are snared by the transgression of his lips. So the first thing we need to sit back and look at is the first wicked man you can ever think of. This nigga asked me that earlier. Why did God let an evil serpent be in the garden? Because he had to test your stupid behind, nigga. I said they sat back and told the man exactly what they were supposed to do. So don't put that on the serpent. You know what I'm talking about? Because he just put that out there. You give this wicked nigga too much credit. He's an adversary. He did his job. He did what he was sent to do. Well, why would God do that? Because I told you to do something. So I don't care if I send 1,000 niggas to tell you to do opposite what I told you to do. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. Y'all get mad with them cheering. But what did I tell you to do? That's how Yahuwah feel. What did I tell you to do? I don't care what he told you to do. But he said I would live. I'd be like God. You say, yeah, you is. I'm finna God whoop your behind. That's what I'm finna do. I just wanted to be like God. Genesis chapter 3. At the end of the day, that woman wanted to be a ruler. She wanted to be equal to a man. She turned around and gave Adam what he already had. You already had that. You didn't need to eat from this. You was already God. See, that's they ain't ready for that concept. He was already God. He was already a ruler. You already had dominion. You know what I'm talking about? What you need it for? And guess what we do? What the average man do? When you know you're dead wrong, the woman you gave me caused me to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of you do. Blame your old lady. You supposed to have been the man. You know what I'm saying? She's a follower by nature. We talking about the other day, man. Shoot. A woman gonna do whatever it is the nigga she messing with, whatever he on. That's what she gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? If that nigga on around here talking about Erykah Baduisms, that's what he gonna. If that's what he on, that's what she gonna be on. If that nigga Buddhist, she gonna be a Buddhist. That nigga Muslim, she gonna be a Muslim. If he an atheist, she gonna be an atheist. She's a follower by nature. Now, whether they doing it from the heart is a whole different matter, no matter what it is. But whatever he's on, she's going to replicate that because a woman is a follower by nature. She's going to follow what her man is doing. And then she's not going to really be that inclined in whatever he talking about. She'll do it just because I like him. So that's what he on. I'll do it too. But if she don't like him, she'll buck from time to time. It'll be a little static. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, then the third, little kickback. You know, she missed Juma 1 week. You know, I don't want to go to church today. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because, shoot, I don't care what you want to do. As long as you toot that boot in there, baby, I'm straight. That's how a lot of dudes feel. As long as you tooting and booting and got a hot plate, he say he good. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I seen that my whole entire life. It don't got to be nothing of a quote-unquote religious nature. You see women who start liking sports. That woman don't care nothing about no football or no basketball. She like that man. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna get on that because that's what he on. Oh, he like UFC. Now all of a sudden she want to know about UFC. What that is, there? What kind of move is that? He know you don't care. Yeah, because that's what he owns, so you want to know. Because you're a follower by nature. It's okay. That's how you were made. You were made to be a help me, to aid, a help, and a relief. So it's quite, and you're made to assimilate into the image of the man that you're with. So that is divine order. That's how it's made. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be man and a woman. It's just supposed to be man. That woman is in the man. She's made in the image of the man. You know what I'm saying? So she's supposed to assimilate and be like the man that she is with. So that's why if individuals sit back and look at it. If your spouse is disorderly or this, that, and the third, then you reflection of you. Do you know what I'm saying? I know y'all done heard that before, because she's your representative. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at that. That's just natural. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to say, like, hey, like I think I mentioned this y'all the other day. I mentioned y'all the other day what dude said 98% of high achievers and billionaires are. Oh, it was just a small conversation. Said they introverts. You know what I'm saying? Said 98% of billionaires are introverts. 98% of overall successful people are introverts. Kira said she remembered trying to like football because of Trey Daddy. She said that she gave that up after a few months. Shoot, she hadn't gave him that booty. It was over with. Nah, I got it now. You know, I got it now. He ain't going nowhere. That's how you feel. But she don't try. The reason a woman does that because that's to engender herself to this man and have the ability to share something with this man for bonding purposes, because that's a woman's nature. She's going to bond with the man that she likes and a reason to spend time with him. So she know if he like to watch football and I don't, and if it's Sunday, he gonna be watching football from 1 o'clock to 11 o'clock. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna like it too. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see some women learn how to play video games. That's what that nigga like. I want to share in it with him. You know what I'm saying? That's just natural. That's natural. That's natural. Don't feel bad. I'm a grown man. I don't play the game. Never did. It's natural. It's natural. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm talking about? But what he was saying is the difference between highly successful people and people are not is that they're obsessed. They are obsessed with what it is that they're seeking to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they can have success in the fashion that they do. If you're not obsessed with that endeavor, then you'll be lazy and you're not going to do it. You're going to find a reason not to do it. You're going to find something else to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not obsessed with it. And that they have a mentality that he mentioned that it's my way or no way. He was like that. Steve Ballmer, one of the CEOs of Microsoft, used to throw chairs at his staff. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't mind he throw chairs, but I let him know a fight come with that. You know what I'm saying? Vince McMahon, same way. They say he'll go off on people, but they say, but if you stood up to him, he would respect you and have more inclination to listen to what you had to say, because most people are fearful of the person who's running the company when he really wants to say who will have the balls to say that's a bad idea or I don't agree with that, because most people kiss butt. So you can go along. They say Steve Jobs was a real a-hole. You know what I'm saying? But notice that man has a multi-billion-dollar company still running since he was dead. They say he would go to his engineers and say, how long it take to get this phone ready? It's going to take about 90 days. I need it in a week. And they say they'll get it done. But the reason being, because he said that engineers were perfectionists. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I don't need it to be perfect. I need it to be serviceable so I can sell it. You know what I'm saying? We'll fix the bugs later. You know what I'm saying? I don't have 90 days to wait for you to perfect this. You know what I'm saying? Because he was obsessed on what he was doing. But I can see that with introverts, because introverts are going to constantly and consistently go over things in their minds for execution purposes. You know what I'm saying? They're analyzing things constantly, and they're not easily distracted. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be distracted by outside sources, and they're not going to be. And the one thing that you notice about highly successful people is that they usually did not get married or got married very later in life, or their wife was lockstep in what they were doing, so that she was working alongside of him. You know what I'm saying? All that. Oh, baby, we need to go out and do this, that, and the third. He was like, oh, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a distraction and you're not assisting me in what I'm trying to do. So why are you here? Because a lot of people say that if you're going to date an entrepreneur, you either need to be assistant or get out of the way because you're going to be a distraction. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women don't understand that. Like, if you want this man to be highly successful, then you have to understand that you're not going to have a lot of his time. And if you want more of his time than him focusing on his craft, then you're not the woman for anyone for that matter. You're a selfish whore. Because then you're going to complain about what he ain't got and what he can't do. But he could have been able to do that if you just would have sat down and been happy with that 1 or 2 days out of the week that you'll be able to sit down for 2 or 3 hours and have a conversation. So you can have 20 or 30 years where you can float around and do whatever you want. But you couldn't think that far down the line because you was thinking about, I want today. And today I want to go to a movie. Go to a movie for what? And he working on something. It's different if he gets up and he clocks in and clocks out. That's a little different. You know what I'm saying? But you building something that's time consuming. And it takes focus. It's no different with the gym. Y'all done seen C.T. Fletcher, and what he talk about? Being obsessed. If you're not obsessed with the gym and everything that goes along with it, then it's not going to do nothing for you. If you're not upset, and I got a verse for that, I'm going to get to it in a minute. See, like when I first started with the word, I was obsessed with it. And that's why I was able to have a growth spurt that would not necessarily be in line with the average because I was obsessed with it. And not obsessed with it to the point of I want to know information to dispense it to other people. Look, well, she's not here. She can bear witness. Every day, all day, I ate the roll. That's all I was focused on. I wasn't focused or concerned with anything other than that. Do you know what I'm saying? I do other things? Yeah, but that was my number one concern. I was obsessed with it. I had no other desire other than to gain mastery over what this is important so that I can receive the end result that was promised. If you don't look at the word in that fashion where you obsessed with it and it's just something that you do for routine, but it's at the end of the third, you will go to hell. You know what I'm saying? It has to be an obsession. There's nothing wrong with being obsessed. That means it consumes your thoughts. It's all you think about. It's all you want to do. You want to be great at it. You know what I'm saying? You work on it every single solitary day. It consumes your thoughts literally. You know what I'm saying? And just like Isaiah 26 said, he who mind is stayed on you, he trusts in you. You know what I'm saying? And I can bear witness. Y'all's my witness for whom I stand. I definitely went to sleep many a night with the word in my head as I was going to sleep and can remember waking up and it was still going through my mind when I woke up. You know what I'm saying? Because I was consumed with it. And you have to be that if you seek to be successful in that or in anything else. You know what I'm saying? If you think you can do something part-time or skip steps or do minimum amount of work, you're not going to get the full, complete result of what it is that you're seeking after. You're wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? You're wasting your time. That's if you want to achieve greatness. Now, if you want mediocrity, then do your thing. That's why people hate accountability because they prefer to be mediocre. So when you get challenged or pushed or your mindset gets challenged or things of that nature, you get offended because that's what, see, growth is uncomfortable. When you go to the gym, you have to make your muscles uncomfortable to force them to grow. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to grow because you went in there and you grabbed 5-pound dumbbells and you did this here and then you wondering and then you don't eat right and then you don't rest. You know what I'm saying? And then you wondering why your muscles don't get bigger or you don't get stronger or you don't get leaner because you don't want to do the work that's necessary because it's uncomfortable. I told you before, I don't eat for taste. Like if you're trying to build muscle and get lean, you can't eat for taste. If you want to eat because you want to eat stuff to taste great, you're not cut for that. You're not obsessed enough. You know what I'm saying? Because you still want to eat zoom zooms and wham whams, and I want banana pudding and this, that, and the third. You know, because when you obsess, you eat food that it may not be disgusting, but it's not what you're accustomed to. When you obsess, ain't no juice. I'll drink water all day, every day. When you obsess, I need 6 to 7 hours worth of sleep, or my muscles can't recover for me to get stronger to be able to come back in the gym and lift more weight so I can. It's your birthday.
They came in the morning. They was like, my sister, she came in the morning. And my dad was like, you gonna go to today? You gonna go to today? I was like, I told you that today. No. You miss out. My coochie miss out all the time when you go on vacation.
That's how they feel. But you got to understand something. But guess what though? But see, they come at you. But see, that's the part of obsession. You know what I'm saying? Because if you obsess, and that's very well. But once I accomplish what I'm accomplished, then I can come holler at you. Till I accomplish what I've accomplished, I can't come holler at you. They try to make you feel bad because he said when sinners entice you, consent not. Because at the end of the day, it's just what I said to begin with. Don't matter what everybody, what does your daddy tell you? Your daddy tells you take no pleasure on my set apart day. And met me, matter of fact, let's just read it. I'll get back to Genesis chapter 3. Isaiah 58:13. Well, we're gonna have to go longer than anticipated because them sodomites ain't gonna let us out of here. They say y'all gonna see this parade. They're gonna be out there playing this Raining Men. Ain't that's a horrible song? And they end the verse with hallelujah. It's raining men. I think that was for women. Wasn't that a song for women? Dirty Horse. No, it just got associated with punks, but
it's a lot of songs that associated with.
But yeah, that was a woman singing about men, but it got associated with punks.
It's coming out. That would even ain't have nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all. But Diana Ross song definitely ended up being in that fashion the same way. YMCA from the Village People is associated with homosexuality.
That's true.
Isaiah 58:13. He said, if you turn away your foot from Shabbat, from doing your pleasure on my Kadash day, and call Shabbat a delight. So he wants you to have pleasure in what he has. Because remember, we just talked about this, right? The Sabbath was made for man. Man wasn't made for the Sabbath. Rest and salvation was made for man. Man wasn't made for rest and salvation. So he said you ought to delight in having rest and salvation instead of looking at, oh man, I can't do this and I can't do that. See, y'all don't want nothing to do with you because you really hate it. You know what I'm saying? When you look at, if you're a pro-son that Yahuwah got going on and the only thing you can focus on is what you can and can't do, he will not accept you. Because that's the heart of Cain. You know what I'm saying? You bring in whatever and think but I kept it. He like, well, nigga, what? What you mad at me for? Nigga, I didn't force you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to be like, I'm going to go to him. I was keeping the Sabbath. But you didn't delight in it. That it didn't make you happy. You didn't look forward to it. No, sit back and think it, right? You're supposed to experience your parents every day of the week. But when you were a child, you experienced them every day of the week, but you might have had one day out of the week where their total focus and attention was on them. And that's all the Sabbath is. But one day out of the week that you with your father the whole day. No school, no work, no nothing, no distractions. He off today. You ain't got to go to school today. It's just you and him. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't never had that experience with your parents, then it would be hard for you to associate that with him. That's how the Shabbat's supposed to be. You was doing all this stuff, but you get to see your daddy today and spend the whole day with him. Oh, we look at it as, I'll be glad when the sun go down. I didn't want to go do this and go do that. And he said, yeah, go on and do it, nigga. Go on and do it. Because in your heart, you're already there. You may be keeping it, but in your heart, you already there. So he like, shoot, you might as well went and done it. You might as well went to the beach and partied with the sinners, got your beer. You know what I'm saying? Caroused and cruised. He don't want nothing to do with you. He's saying, call Shabbat a delight, Kadash Yahuwah, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing your own ways, nor finding your own pleasure. Look what he said, nor speaking your own words. Then you shall delight heritage, or the inheritance of Jacob, your father, for the mouth of Yahuwah has spoken it. And what did he say? He that overcome shall inherit all things. And I will be his Elohim, and he will be my son. Because Jacob was his son. So this is what he's letting you know. If you find this delightful and honorable, and you delight in Yahuwah, you take pleasure in Yahuwah, that means you take pleasure in the things that he take pleasure in, then he'll give you an everlasting inheritance. And notice what he said, not speaking your own words, but speaking your words. His words, I should say. Back to Proverbs 12. But we need to look at a couple words in it. what it was, 12 and 13. Now, who can y'all think? That's right. We was in Genesis chapter 3 with that. That's why I lost my memory. Let's look at how the wicked was snared in the transgression of his lips. Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahuwah Elohim had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, have Elohim said you shall of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim has said you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. For Elohim knew that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So now let's see how he got caught every beast of the field. And upon your belly shall you go, thus you shall eat all the days of your life. So now he has to be, he's damned now. It's over with him. Because he got caught up with the transgression of his lips because he spoke a lie. What did he tell you in John 8:44? You are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do, because he was a murderer from the beginning and a liar and the father of it. You know what I'm saying? Because he get caught. And what does Matthew tell you? That, go over here into the fire